Morning, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to Project Holly. Today we need to try and get this front done a bit more, get the wheels back on, or both wheels back on, get it all buttoned up at the front as much as we can. I still haven't got a bonnet, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to try and get one from somewhere, but yeah, it's dragging on a little bit now, really due to lack of parts. But let's get on, let's see what we can get done today. So we got the wheel on. Though that arch liner was a pig. It wasn't as good as the previous one I bought. It was £2 cheaper than the other one. I think it was $20.95, and the other one I bought from a different place, the one that took ages to arrive, was $22.95, which was much better. This one, really not good. Yeah, it just didn't fit very well. Nightmare. You can tell, as soon as I unpacked it, I could tell it wasn't such good quality either. It does include the old flap, but the flap is actually, you can't see it from here, the flap's actually got screws in it. So rather than just clips in, which in a way is better because you're less likely to lose them, I suppose. But yeah, at least it's on now. It's back on all its 4 feet. That thing, you saw me cut that out on time lapse. That was a bit of a pig as well to get out. I couldn't find a battery in my blimmin' cutter that would work properly. But it's out. I don't know if you also noticed, but the bracket, which is broken, so it's got to come off, has also got had 2 what look like plasterboard screws. It has got 1 rivet, but I think because it was snapped, they've put a bit in there. They put 2 screws in there to try and hold it in. Whether that was through the bumper or not, the old bumper, which might possibly have been, so they actually probably gone from underneath and actually screwed the bumper in to hold it in, because they broke the bracket, they probably bodged it and done that. It was clearly not done by somebody who had a rivet gun, because they weren't even self-tapping screws, they were just screws. Madness. Right, so you can see that it's got a lot of screw clips on it, but yeah, not very good at all. So hopefully it's going to fit underneath properly. It's patent part on it. Patent parts, I've not had too much trouble with patent parts, I have to say. Of course, the only thing about that is, of course, when I do put that nut and bolt on, it's going to be a little bit more awkward, but c'est la vie, such is life. So what have I got to do now? So I've got the wheel on. I do need to turn it around, but what I've also got to do, which I might do now, is try and drill these out. See if I can get them out. I bought some new, they're not called, well, they are Easy Outs. I think Easy Out was a manufacturer, wasn't it, rather than an actual generic name. But I bought some others, and they seem to work better than the previous ones I've got. So I'm going to set my drill up, and I'm going to have a go at getting them out, because I don't want to completely drill them out. I want to be able to unscrew them, hopefully. Sorry, battery went yet again. These batteries do not last, although it has been in the camera for a while, not being used, a few days, so I don't suppose it holds on to its charge. So where were we? Yeah, so yeah, I need to drill these out, rather than just sort of drilling and then having to tap. I want to try and actually get them out if I can. There's only 2, but I'll give it a go. The last ones I did were quite successful. Can't remember what car that was on now, and I'm not even sure I filmed it, but I will film this in real time once I've set everything up. Because once I've drilled those out, I have still got to put a new bracket on here, but I would actually like to. I've got the tabs for the light now as well, so I can offer the light up, see how straight this bumper is, wing is, get that on properly, and then we could really, after that, get the bumper on permanently. That would be good. I do obviously say I need to put a new bracket on there, but I'd like to offer it up just to see what it looks like. I can always yank the thing back off again and do it, but I just want to try it. So anyway, let's stop talking, let's get on with it. Right, so I've got this set up, and what I've got is these. So with these are much better than the ones before. Now ideally I'd use an electric screwdriver to take them out, but my electric screwdriver is knackered and I need a new one. So we've got these. So you've got the different drill bit sizes, and then you've got the corresponding bits to get it out. And you've got ADP, I'm not sure what that is, and a bit holder. I don't know what ADP is. You're all shouting at the screen now. ADP is bloody blah. So I'm going to use a relatively small one. I think I'm going to use number 6. That's probably the drill. Yeah, put that in there, and then put that in the drill. Now, as far as I can remember, it's not reverse thread. I don't think. So you obviously drill. Why is the drill not working? Oh, that's a good start. That's up. Yeah. So that's going backwards. So we want to come off of hammer, and we want to go to right. So that's better. Right, these are quite hard, you know. Barely even making an impression on it. I'm going to try it on the other one. I'm assuming you don't have to go backwards. It's not touching them. It's barely touching it. I knew these were quite hard, these, but I don't know why. And go, look, you see it? It's just a tiny little indent. That's not, and that one's slightly deeper, but absolutely useless. And I've used these before and they were really good. I don't understand why they're not working now. Frustrating. I'm going to try the old ones I've got and see if they'll try. I'm going to do it off camera, but I think I'm going to end up having to just drill these out because it just won't work, and I don't know why. I don't really know what's going on. I've got some HSS bits out. Which are Bosch HSS bits, and the first one I tried, I snapped in half, and then I thought, let the drill do the work, don't press down too hard, and it ain't touching it, it's just not doing anything. So whether there's some sort of hardened steel, those screws, I don't know, but don't know, mystery. It's just started to spit with rain as well. So I think for the time being I will have to put this bumper on the best I can. Oh no, I want to try this light, don't I? I'm going to fix this light. I'm just going to put this last tab on. So I've got the new tabs now. Here they are. Here they are. So I'm going to get the right one out, put it onto the. It's just the top tab. That's the only one we need for this light, and then we'll put that on. And we'll see if it actually works, you know, gap wise I mean. So yeah, back in a sec. Right, I've got that, got the bracket on, lovely jubbly. Let's plug it in. Right, plug that in. I think that's on properly. Right, let's see how it goes in. Oh, I just noticed that bit of that bracket's broken on there. Does that matter? Probably not. probably not. Ice cream, anyone? Where's me? Yeah, that's. Don't think that really matters too much. It's it seems quite sturdy. Do that one up. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. That ain't going anywhere. Does that matter? It's not, or not really. About that tab. I wonder if that would come up on as advisory on the. Do you know? You see, you know the bit I'm talking about. Let me show you. This bit missing on this one. I wonder if we'll know. I wonder if anyone would notice and whether anyone will care. Don't know. All we can do is try it, I suppose. I mean, I suppose I could get another one. Could get another headlight. I don't know. Anyway, let's offer this bumper up. Now that's on. It can all come off again anyway, it doesn't matter. It's got, the bumper's got to come off because I've got to sort those I've got to sort those these bolts out somehow. I just want to get it on for the time being. And actually I think I'm going to slot it in as well because I want to see how it slots into the bumpers, into the wings. Let's try this side. Go that way. She'll be on my camera otherwise. Let me just stop this a second. Sorry about that. I just had to tell my wife about something, which you will find out in the fullness of time. Because it is car related, it is Fiat 500 related, but not for your ears at the moment. Anyway, where were we? So right, bumpers on. I just want to try and slot this into the into here. Even though we got a broken bracket, a very broken bracket, sort of goes in, doesn't it? Not fantastically, but that's not a brilliant wing actually. That. Considering I paid good money for that wing. That side's alright. Yeah, it's not a good wing at all, you know. This. Which one was this? I think this is the one that was posted. This wasn't the one I bought off of the usual fella. It'll be better once I get a new bracket in there, but it's a bit ropey. It's a little bit bend at the. Yeah, you know, had this been my own wing, I probably would have got rid of it. No, but I've bought it anyway. It is what it is. Once it's got a new bracket on, hopefully it should be better. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Could be worse. But it's starting to take shape actually, isn't it? So that side's okay. That side's absolutely spot on. Absolutely fine. This side is, as you can see, a bit ropey. But I think, as I say, that's mainly down to the wing bracket, as it's all broken, so I need to put a new one in. But I just wanted to get it on, just move it a little bit, just drive it. I've put the new brakes in, haven't I, as well, so I need to pump the pedal and drive it up the drive and what have you. I can't remember if this one's MOT'd or not. It's not insured actually, because I sold the blue one, but I haven't swapped the insurance over yet. Oh, I need to tell you something about the blue car as well. Wasn't good, but I'm going to tell you about it now. So I just need to explain something first. Let me just swap the camera around and I'll tell you all about it. Yeah, so as you know, I sold the blue car last week. A few days went past. I got a Facebook Messenger message with a picture attached with some coolant dripping. And the lady said, "Is this what it was on the advisory?" I thought, oh no. I said, yeah, I said, it was difficult to tell from the picture. I said, is that the front driver's side? She said, yeah. And there was loads of coolant on the floor. Not masses and masses and masses, but, you know, enough. And I said, yeah, it is. Sorry, she said, yeah, it is. So I said, it must be then. And that was, when was that? That was Saturday evening, or late Saturday afternoon. And I said, look, Sunday was actually my birthday. Today's Monday, and I'm not off work till Friday. This is after work doing this on this car. I said, you know, I'm not really going to be available because, you know, to get it done until next Friday, and I can't really do it on my birthday. It wouldn't be fair on anyone. So I said, look, try the mobile mechanic, the new mobile mechanic I'm using. I gave her his card, you know, and recommending him. I said, try giving him a call, which she did, and she came back and she said, asking to verify what pipe it is, because I was assuming it was that same pipe again. It turned out it wasn't. To cut a long story short, what it was, I will show you in a second, but I had a nightmare. So let me just, actually I'll have to show you now, because otherwise you probably will remember what I'm talking about, but I need to show you. So let's walk to the front of this car and I will show you on this car. Bear with me a sec. So if you remember, that blue car had an aftermarket radiator put on it. Those radiators, as you know, as you've seen me put on before, as well as on that car, are dual purpose. They are for a Ford KA and for the Fiat 500. The Ford KA has a expansion tank just here with a pipe that goes to this expansion tank. So in effect, it's got two expansion tanks. And you see the bit down there, if you remember, you saw me put on that little clip, the little rubber bung. It's gone out of focus, isn't it? I can't focus on it. You know the bit I'm talking about. I'm trying to get it in focus. Yeah, there it is. So that bit of pipe there. So that, on this car, because this is an original, that's closed off. That's not open to the world. On the aftermarket ones, it's open to the world. Just trying to get it focused on it. Let me try zoom in. There you go. That's focused on that now. So yeah, so you can see that. So what I've got is I put the rubber things over it and I'd put Jubilee clips around it. Now what she ended up doing is calling, I think it was one of the not red flag, whatever they're called, one of the, not the AA or the RAC, but a recovery company like that, who her mum was a member of. And these are the things, this is actually two, one over the top of the other because I was playing around. So these go on, and then the clamp was on the end of it. Now I think the clamp wasn't sufficient enough. These aren't really sufficient enough, to be honest. But what I've done, so I went over there, I ended up going over there Sunday morning on my birthday. She bought the car and she's got two kids. She's got the young daughter who I told you about before, Amelie, and then she's got another one. I don't know how old the other one is, but when I got over there she was bathing him or her. So it's obviously quite a young child. And she's taken them away for 2 days to Margate. And of course the car's pouring bloody coolant. I felt so guilty. So I went over there. I went to Halfords first and I bought some different clamps. I haven't got them here. Where are they? I don't know what I've done with them. I think they're still in the 500X. So I bought some better clamps. So rather than the Jubilee clips, so on the Jubilee clips, I'll show you on the big Jubilee clip because I haven't got one of the smaller ones to hand, but yeah, like this one. So a mini version of this. So you've got the little holes. You've got the little holes in it. So I bought some clamps which are meant for fuel lines, I think they are, and they're like 8mm or 9mm, and they fit over one of those perfectly, and they clamp it better. So I took it. I started the engine. I took it around for about 10 minutes, and it was all fine. But she wasn't happy. Well, she was happy. She was glad that I came over and sorted it, but she wasn't happy, and I wasn't really happy. Because it was only really a temporary fix, because I needed to get something different rather than that. So she decided to go by train. Now when I went down there, I took a bottle of Prosecco down there for her and gave her a bottle of Prosecco, which, you know, she didn't want to accept, but I said, no, please, I feel really guilty. Take this with my, you know, my sorry, whatever, my apologies. So she took that, and then I said, get the train. I said, whatever the train fare is, I will reimburse you. Let me know and I will give you the money. So yeah, I don't care. It's all about customer service, isn't it? I've sold her a car which is now leaking fluid 2 or 3 days down the line, which I thought I'd sorted. So the bit that it was is not the bit that it was before. So I had sorted that. In theory, it's better that it's that. But so what I've done, now where are they? I scoured eBay, and so this is the one. Let me show you again. I'll show you up here on the roof so it'd be easier so you can see it. So that's two of the other ones put together, so they're actually smaller than that. Let me separate them if I can. They're stuck together. I can't get the bloody thing off, but that's two of them, and I bought those. So as you can see, not only are they longer, the rubber on them is much thicker. Much thicker. You probably can't see that. Try and hold it to the camera now. I can't see it. I don't know if that's showing up to you, but I can't see it. But it's probably 4 times as thick, the rubber, if not more. It's not. I don't think it's focusing at all on this, but it's a good 4 times as thick. There you go. You can see that better now. So that, as opposed to that. That fits over nice and snugly, and because of the length of it, it goes right up to the hilt. And getting one of those clamps around it will do the job. So the clamps are fine. Not that clamp, not the clamps with holes in, like the fuel line one. I bought a load of those as well. So I went to Halfords and I bought 2 for like £1.80 or something. But I'd also ordered some from Amazon, which came today. So I've got more clamps, and I bought a pack of, I think I bought a pack of 10 or pack of 20 of those to try them, so I will use those in future. So she's gone by train. She's coming back, I think, on Wednesday, but I have them off on Friday, so I said I'll go around there Friday morning and get it done. But I just wanted to tell you about that because I was so embarrassed, and it was very not good. But you know, I did what I could to sort it, and I'm glad she was okay with going by train, and I will. Although she said no. I said no, I'm going to reimburse you. So if she don't give me her bank details, I'm just going to go around there £100 and give it to her, because yeah, it's all about the customer service, isn't it? You've got to bend over backwards for your customers, because that's how, by me going the extra mile, is how I've built up this reputation. On the mums group that I advertise cars on. That's why I sell my cars so quickly, so easy. Every time, you know, I don't always advertise the cars on that group. When I do, every single time I put one, previous buyers have said, I highly recommend Paul, I've had the car off of him, blah blah blah. They would think 2-3 people did exactly the same sort of comment this time when I advertised the blue one. So I want to keep that reputation, so when something does go wrong, I need to rectify it, and rectify it quickly. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that. So back to this one. So right, we're back down the woods. I'm just going to move it about. So as I say, it's the end of the day, because I was working till 4:45, and now it's nearly dinner time, and I'm really thirsty. I need a beer or something. So yeah, so I will be back again tomorrow, and what I want to do is turn this around, and then hopefully, sorry I sneezed again, yeah, hopefully I've got the door up the back of the garage. I can get my daughter out here to help me at some point during the day, maybe lunchtime. I'll get the car turned around and get that door changed. And then, apart from all the fiddly bits around here and cleaning up and what have you, apart from the bonnet, we're done on this. Yeah. There's not much else to do. The inside's all clean. I mean, it will have a final, you know, going over on the dash and what have you, but seats have all been cleaned. Car needs a damn good clean itself. I put a new set of mats in it. I've got a mirror. Yeah, it's pretty much done. Tyres are all good now. I can't think whether it's MOT'd or not, but obviously I will book it in for a new MOT. Yeah, so what have I got to do? So I sort out that bracket. I've got to polish that headlight up. I've got to drill those bloody things out. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I think I'll get a tungsten carbide drill bit and drill that out. Yeah, not much left to do. It's got a new battery in. I've got the service history. There's another story which I need to tell you about the service history. I'll tell you that later on. I'll tell you that at the end, actually. It's all to do with the, if you remember some of the stuff that I found in the car. I will let you in to that little secret when we get to the end of it. But yeah, just mainly, apart from the little bits and pieces, it's mainly just titivating really and getting it up to scratch. But we ain't that far away. So until tomorrow, and we'll hopefully attack that door tomorrow. I'll see you then. Okay, morning, we're back again. Quite a few days have passed. Oh, my voice went all funny then. Start again. Quite a few days have passed since I did what you've just seen in the video. So you saw it a few seconds ago. For me, it was sometime last week. I can't remember when it was exactly, because as you know, of course, I've got this one. It's like they're twins. They are twins. They're both 12 plate. Well, that's a 12, that's a 62. Yeah, anyway, we're not talking about that one. We'll come on to that one on its own video. Looking quite clean. This one is looking absolutely filthy. I'm hoping we're not going to get hosepipe ban. I know certain parts of the country are going to be getting hosepipe ban come Friday. At the moment, we're not. I've got me new stuff. Where is it? Let me show you. Pick it up off there. Ah, ProClean Pink Snow Foam Strawberry Milkshake. So I saw Danny, it's all in the detail in using this stuff. He used this one, and I think he used the green one, was it, or the yellow one? I can't remember now, but he definitely used this one. Now, he always recommends ProClean products, and I've bought a couple of products on his recommendation, which have been really good. So I thought I'd give this a try. I needed some more. I completely run out of snow foam, so I thought I'd give it a try. So when we do come to clean this car, I'll be using that. Yeah, look forward to it. I've also bought these. So here we have some tungsten carbide HSS drill bits to try and drill out those screws, because as you saw earlier on in this video, I failed miserably trying to get those things out. So hopefully this will do it. That will come also in this video. Today's video is not going to be, I'm not going to be creating much content today. There will be more of this video coming tomorrow when I carry on with this car. But the good news is my bonnet's come. Came this morning at bang on 7 o'clock. So I was expecting it Friday and it didn't turn up. So I sent him a message on eBay yesterday saying, can you chase the tracking please, because the tracking just shows like number given or something and nothing else. What I didn't realise was Cinetic, who I bought it from on eBay, they deliver their own big parcels, so that's how it came. No packaging that I've got to get rid of, no damaged ends. It cost more than I wanted to pay. I think it was 150 quid in total, including the delivery, which I think was 50 quid, 40 or 50 quid. But Cinetic, obviously they sell cars as well. It's an A grade, as you can see over there. It's an A grade bonnet. I mean, it's got some dirty marks on it, but it's actually in perfect unmarked condition as far as I can tell. Just a few dirt marks on. So I'm going to get that on now. Oh, sun's just come out. Get this horrible thing off at long last, and get it on and see if it closes straight away. You never know. Wonders never cease. You never know, it might close straight away, but we're going to try it. I'm going to set you up now and we'll give it a go. Get this one off, get a new one on. Back shortly. Well, I've got you set up ready to change the bonnet, as you can see. Camera's over there. I've just gone to unlock the car and I noticed that the indicators flashed really dimly. The battery is completely dead. This is a brand spanking new battery that I've just bought. Brand new. Literally just bought it and put it in. Now the car's only been sitting here about a week since it was last started. So you know what I'm wondering now? Parasitic drain. Unless that battery wasn't charged properly, which I don't know. I would have thought it would have been. It certainly shouldn't have gone flat. Completely dead. Look how dim these are if I do a lock. In fact, they're not even coming on. They're not even doing anything now. I open the door up, no lights come on in the car. It is completely kaput. So what I'm going to do, when I finish this today, I'm going to stick this on charge overnight. And then see what it's like tomorrow, because I need to turn the car around tomorrow to do the door. Or at least move the car over to do the door. So it might be another Blue and Me unit that needs to come out, in which case this one will be repaired. Yeah, obviously I do need to, as far as I know it works in this car. I haven't actually, have I tried it? I'm sure I have tried it, but I will try it. Normally when you've got a parasitic drain, it doesn't actually, the Blue and Me doesn't actually work. So, you know, I could be jumping the gun here, but I really don't know, to be honest. Interesting. Yeah, brand spanking new battery, completely Sparko. So I think what I might actually do, thinking about it, I might actually charge this up and then put it in this one, because I know that one's all right. Although Blue Me doesn't work, I know that one's all right battery wise, so I might swap them over. Because at the moment that's got the temporary battery in, and I've got the Halfords battery which I've charged up, which came in that car. Just to rule out the fact that it's not the battery, because if that one goes dead in a couple of days, then obviously same will apply. There's always something, isn't there? Right, let's get this bonnet off. It's on and it shuts, but it does need some adjustment, and I mean, who would have thought that it wouldn't? So it needs to go over to the left, sorry, to the right, whichever way that is. Right hand drive needs to go that way. As you can see, it needs to go back. So I pulled it. What I normally do, which I did on in this instance, is I pull it both sides. I pull it as far as it will go forwards. That's my starting point. And as you can see, it's too far forwards, if you can see there. So probably when that goes back, so that wing may have to come out a little bit, possibly, or the other one in a bit, or a bit of both, to get it to fit. If you remember, we did this jiggery pokery on the blue one, and it was a real pain, but we got there in the end. And again, as I've said before, and as people have said to me in the past, can't get it right, don't go a bull in a china shop, leave it, come back another day, which is what I did on the other one. Didn't lose me rag, and eventually we got there. And it looked great. And this is by far much better than that blue one. That blue one was so far out, it was ridiculous. It is quite a long way out this side. It's more of a coming over rather than, gap-wise, it's pretty equal actually, so I think it's just a matter of coming over. The wing might, as I say, the wing might have to go in, sorry, I was pointing in the wrong direction. The wing might have to go in a bit, and the bonnet has got to come over a little bit. But it ain't a lot, it's not a lot at all. But I'm not going to do that now, because I want to get on the car over there and get the seats cleaned, and then get that moved out of the way, because I actually start work in about an hour and 45 minutes. So I just wanted to get it on, to get the old one out, because I want to get, so as I say, tomorrow I'll be doing the door, and I want to get that door off first thing in the morning, and then I need to contact the scrap man who lives up the road, because I've got so much scrap out the back garden. That needs to go. Yeah, so that's it for the time being on this one. So we'll be back in the morning. Probably do the door first. Oh, I need to reopen the bonnet. Let's hope it opens, eh? I need to reopen the bonnet and get that battery on charge. The other thing I need to do tomorrow is I need to sort the thing out here. The bracket, because the bumper's sitting awfully that side. It's all right this side, but it needs a new bracket that side because it's broken. And then, so hopefully tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, what I'm hoping is to get this front complete and get the door on, change the door. I'll do that first. But we've still got to drill out those things. So obviously I can't get the bonnet on in its final position until we make sure we've got those drilled out and retapped and screwed down. So hopefully those drill bits will do it. Otherwise, I don't know quite know what I'm going to do to get those out. But that's a job for tomorrow. So we will be back tomorrow. Yeah, see you in the morning. Right, following morning. I did a little bit of filming after what you've just seen yesterday and discovered something else on this car. So I changed the battery. So the battery that was in it has been charged overnight and is now fully charged again. I changed it with that Halfords one. But what I noticed, let me just get the key out of my pocket. Let's get in. What I noticed, put the key in the ignition, bear with. Mileage is flashing and nothing happens with the Bluetooth. Now I don't know whether that's something to do with the battery that's discharged, that it's just lost because it was working fine before, as far as I can remember. I'd have to look back at my videos to see if I'd actually checked the blue and me. I might not have done, of course, but certainly I would have noticed that the mileage was flashing, and it wasn't. So I can only assume it's something to do with that. So I've got my laptop out. I'm going to boot up multi-ECU scan, as usual, have a scan, see if we can do a proxy alignment, see if it can repair it. If not, this one's got to come out as well as the other car, and then I'll have two to get repaired. The other car I am putting different stereo in, and I've got the module for that car now, but this one I'll be leaving as is, but I'll be getting the module repaired, assuming it's not going to work, which I don't think it's going to. So that's a bit of a nuisance, because it means I've got to take the back seat out, get the back panel off and so on, and then leave it off until I get the thing back, which is really annoying. Anyway, let's fire it up and see what we got. Right, so we've got we got it all connected up. We're going to try it first of all to connect. It's like deja vu this. I did this to the other car just a couple of days ago. So I'm attempting now to connect to the Blue and Me unit, see if it actually connects to it. No response. Oh God. Oh dear. Let's try. Let's go and give it a proxy alignment, see what it does. Now the other car, if you've watched that other video, I didn't think it was going to do the proxy alignment, but it did. But because it couldn't see the Blue and Me unit, it just did it. So the mileage stopped flashing, but no Blue and Me still, of course. But I wonder if this is going to do the same, because that's not normally what happens. To be fair, it doesn't. It won't do the Blue and Me. It won't do the proxy alignment because of the error. So let's see what this does. It's a right pain. This, I wasn't expecting to have to do this on two cars. EOL failed. Now, as I mentioned on the other car, there are two fuses on this, but they use other systems, and I can't think. I've got a feeling one of the systems that is on the same fuse is the ODB port, OBD port even. So obviously this wouldn't be working if the OBD port wasn't working. And I think it's either the stereo, I can't remember now, and of course the stereo works fine. So let's see if it does it. Body computer, dashboard, success, airbag node. I think it would have done the Blue and Me by now. I think it comes between dashboard and airbag, so it skipped it again like the other one did, I think. Success. Oh no, here we go. Is that going to work? Failed, timeout error. Yeah, so it's buggered. Oh, so that's why I expected to happen on the other car, but it didn't. That's really strange. Still, that battery that was completely flat, I still think that that's caused by a parasitic drain on this. Now, if I take this out today and send it off, I wanted to leave this battery a couple of days and see if it runs dry. It's been on overnight. Sorry, it's been in the car since yesterday morning, and it's all right at the moment. Let's actually try and start the car. Yeah, see, fine. It's absolutely fine at the moment. So mileage will continue to flash on this one because it hasn't done it, as I sort of expected. As I expected it to have done on the other one, but the other one, it has done it. That's really weird. Anyway, so that's that. So we'll have to come out and get sent off, which is a blimmin' nuisance, but never mind. But we need to get on with the front of this car. I want to try and get the front of this car at least finished today. Right, so the order of the day, as I say, hopefully is to try and get this finished. So I want to try and get this bonnet lined up properly. I'm going to change that bracket on there, and then hopefully be able to drill out and re-tap those two broken off screws. Not a massive amount of work, but these can take time, and as we know with the bonnet, sometimes, although the bonnet's not too bad, so I'm hoping that won't take too long. I'm going to set you up on time lapse to do that because it's just a bit too involved to do it in real time. So let me set you up, and we'll come back hopefully the other side when it's done. Right, I'm nearly done it. I did stop the recording in the end because it was going on a bit, but I've got it not too bad. Now the reason I've got the bonnet up again is because I managed to drill these out. It was an absolute job and a half, and I broke another one of my new drill bits in the process, but eventually went through them. So I've got to try and re-tap those. I think the holes are probably going to be bigger, but we'll see if we can tap it as an M6. If not, I'll have to put something bigger in it. But I've just had a bit of, not a disaster as such, but now this wing over here that I put on, as you know, I had to change the bracket, and so I've drilled the bracket out, and I noticed that there was a lot of filler or tiger seal or something where they'd obviously broken it, and so I've been chipping it off, and look what happened. This is obviously all filler, and a great chunk of filler has just fallen off. That's just all filler in there. Can you believe it? So I'm going to have to either I'm going to have a look, see if there's another wing available. I can't send this back now, it's too late, I've had it for too long. But what a pile of shit. What an absolute pile of shit. It wasn't a very good wing to start with. Unbelievable. So I'm going to have a look, see if there's another white wing on, and I'll get another one. Well, I'm going to have a go at filling it first. But I'm going to get that bracket on, and then we'll put the bumper on again now, so that'll be finally on and won't need to come off anymore, unless I manage to change the wing. There just seems to be a distinct lack of parts available at the moment, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a wing. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What a funny place to put filler. Right on that edge. So while I was sort of trying to cut it off and then chip it off with a hammer and chisel, it's just chipped the whole bleeding lot off. This one's alright, this one's fine. Gordon Bennett, what a load of crap. That is the crappiest wing. I sold better wings than that for 30 quid. Unbelievable. As I say, I'll have a go at filling it myself. If I can't do it, I can't do it. Being the fact that it's on that edge, you probably won't be able to do it. But that does meet does that meet the bumper there? I can't think. Don't think it does actually. No, because it's here, isn't it? It's this piece here. I don't know how the hell I'm going to fill that. I'll give it a go. If I can't do it, I can't do it. But, oh, God, what a bodge. What an absolute bodge. Mind you, I'm talking about bodging it myself now, aren't I? Well, I'll try and get a wing. If I can't get one, I can't get one. It's pissed me off, that is. Really pissed me off. You buy these parts, you know, you can spend good money on these parts and you get an absolute pile of shit. God. Anyway, I'm going to swear more if I keep recording, so. What shall I do? What shall I do next? Get the bumper back on, I think. Get the bumper back on. Get it all bolted up. Oh, I've got to I'll put that bracket on. I'll put the bumper on, re-tap those if I can. And then actually I'm going to go and look. I'm going to have a look on eBay now, see if I can see a wing, and I'll get another one. In which case, of course, I won't put the wing on, the bumper on permanently. Ooh, so annoying. This was so close to getting this car done. Now the Bluetooth unit's gone, and now this. It's not one thing; it's something else. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. These things are sent to try us. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, I'm just, I think I showed you that I drilled out the hole. Yeah, no, I told you that I drilled out the hole. So what I've done is I've got my re-tapping machine. So I've got the drill out again. And if you can see, this is an M6. So you've got the hole, which is bigger than an M6 was, which is the nuts that are already in it. That was just by fluke that was the case. And this is the cutting tool that cuts a new thread that you then put an insert in. So I've done that on both of them. I've put one insert in. So what you do is you've got these little threads, and they've got what they refer to as being called a tang, which is that little round bit at the end, and you've got this tool with a little slot in it. So you put that into there, and then you go to the hole. I'm going to zoom in a bit if I can. down there. So you go to the hole, and then what you do is you slight downward pressure and you wind it in until, with a little bit of downward pressure, until it's just below the surface of the hole. Don't force it, just let it wind in onto the thread. It's just below the surface of the hole. Pull that out, and then you use this, which is called the tang braking tool, which I think you just do that with. That's it. And you come over to this side and do it on this one. That's it. And then what you've got there is a new thread, just like that. And then, by rights, I haven't tried this, so it should work. These M6 nuts should screw in, which they do. Hey, it worked. So that is a good way. If you've got broken ones and you have to drill them out, it's a good way of doing it. This is, I'll show you the kit actually. Let me put these little bits back in. I've had this ages. I used this, oh, I can't remember. I think I used this when I replaced when I had to straighten door hinges on a pop that I had a long while ago. So what you get is you get your drill bits, you get the various tools. So you got M10, M8 and M6. M6 is the one I use most of the time. I haven't used it much, to be fair. It's a good little bit of kit. Again, this was like, I can't remember how much it was, but it was an eBay job or an Amazon job. 20 something pounds maybe, something like that. Don't use it very often. Comes in a nice little metal tin. Don't use it much, but when you do use it, you're really glad you got it. So it's good. So that means I can get this bumper back on now. I'm still really peed off about that wing. There are no wings. Can you believe there are no white wings on eBay? The only one that's on there is £150. If you think I'm paying 150 quid for a wing, it ain't happening. So let's get the bumper back on, and hopefully I've put a new bracket on. Hopefully it'll go on without a hitch. Okay, so I think for the time being, seeing as I'm probably going to have to get a new wing, I'm going to only do up the top bumper brackets for the time being. I'm not going to bother doing the rest of them up, but I'm going to push the wings in, push the edges into the wing. I've just got to find the polystyrene bit to put that on as well, just in case, you know, I do manage to repair that wing okay and I don't need to get a new one. Be back in a sec. Okay, that's back on. Obviously I need to plug the DRLs in and make sure they work before I put it on permanent. So let's plug those in first. I think they're alright, but I can't remember if I tested them or not. Hopefully I did. I've had a lot of trouble with these things recently. Always have trouble getting the plug on, getting it to click. That one doesn't want to click. That's it, that's gone on without clicking. Sometimes they click fine. So if they don't click and they're not on properly, they're going to come off with a vibration. I think that's on. Yep. I have just noticed, and I'm going to put this in place for a minute. Like that. Just notice that this grill's not on properly. So I thought I was going to be able to do it from the outside, but it doesn't want to know. So I think I might have to take it off again. Oh, hang on, maybe. Oh no, it has worked. That's it. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that for a minute. Right. Let's hang it off a couple for the time being. Get it in the sides. I think I'll do this side first because this has got the new bracket, and I'm not sure whether this is a proper bracket or a third party one. So if it's a third party one, they're always a bit iffy to get in. Give them a squirt of washing up liquid, help it along the way. Makes me slip off of it as well. There you go. That fits much better now than it did without, obviously without a bracket. It'll fit much better with a bracket. There you go. Lovely. That goes in nice. Whew. That's better, isn't it? Much better. Once that's cleaned up, that should be okay. Right, I'm just going to get the bolts in. I think I'll get the number plate on as well. And then the bonnet isn't the bonnet alignment's not too bad actually. I might even get away with it, but I probably will come back and tweak it in a bit. I need to obviously, once I've got the bonnet on, bumper. I keep saying bonnet. Once I've got the bumper on and the bonnet closes, obviously I may have to adjust the gap, because as you know, they don't necessarily shut equally. It might be a gap one side and not the other, so I'm just going to pause you a minute while I get those screws in, then we'll shut it and have a look, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just needs to come up a little bit there, or I might twist it and see how it goes. But yeah, no, the side, this isn't fantastic, just here. I need to improve on that a bit, but the rest of it's all right actually. This little gap's okay here, and the gap's all right here. Yeah, it's acceptable. I probably will tweak it a bit more, get it a little bit better, but it's okay. It's not too bad. So I just need to. I'm going to clean that bonnet up and just give it a little. Put a washer in there just to adjust it slightly. I think we need to try and get this a bit cleaner as well, because I think once I still need to. I'm not going to take that Blue Me out till tomorrow. I don't think, because I just want to make sure that that battery's not going to go dead over within a couple of days. But then, having said that, the Blue Me is obviously dead anyway. So even if it wasn't the parasitic drain, it needs to be replaced, or repaired. So I might as well just do it anyway. Yeah, let me think. I'm thinking out loud now. So maybe I will take it out, which was a pain in the backside. I really don't want to have to do that, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. But yeah, just adjust this, clean it up, and then I think we might just give the car a bit of a wash. Or shall I leave it till tomorrow washing it, because I've got to do the door. I was going to do the door today, but as you know, I always have great trouble getting the door hanging on the hinges when I'm trying to lift the door on my own. I know other people do it, and they are really heavy doors, and I have done it on my own before. I've also damaged the door by doing it as well. So I don't want a chance doing that. My daughter and my wife are both working in the office today, so they're not at home. So I can't get either of them to come out and assist me. So I think, to be on the safe side, I'll leave it until tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'll definitely do that. So let's just clean this up, and then we'll decide what we're going to do next. Right, that's that for the time being. It's better. I probably will give the bonnet a bit of a twist as well to get that down a little bit more, but it's not too bad at all. Number plates on. As I say, I haven't done up the bolts at the side. See that little bit there that I've got to try and fill? I am going to try and get a wing if I can. If I can't get one, and I manage to do a relatively half decent fill of that, then it'll be right. It's just because it's on that corner, really, isn't it? It was all right. It was only because I was chipping at the underneath bit, thinking that it was just tiger seal. Little did I know it was actually bloody filler. So if it wasn't for that, it would have been all right. As much as it's a stupid place to fill, as far as I'm concerned. So there's only really, apart from getting that Blue Me out and sorting that out now, there's only really bits and pieces left to do on this, apart from an MOT, of course. I'm not sure whether the aircon's okay. I need to get some petrol and put this in, because I don't really want to run it very much. So I might have to go out and get some petrol in it, or go out with a can later on and get some petrol. But so we've got that to sort out. I've got to try and improve that dent. I have improved it a lot. I need to try and improve it a bit more. If not, I'll get the PDR guy around who'll charge me 25 quid to do that. The usual sort of clean. Change the back number plate. In fact, I'll do that in a minute, I think. Obviously do the door. That won't take long to do. But I am going to leave that till tomorrow. Take the Blue Me out, send that off, get that back, put that back in. That headlight is a little bit misty, so we'll need to sort that out. And that's about it, I think, on this. So we'll probably have at least one more video on this car. At least the front is sort of done now. I think the DRLs on this are a bit on the misty side as well, so while I'm doing that, I've got my little kit, my Maguire's kit to do that, and I did it on a really badly scratched headlight. I think it was on the facelift lounge that I did it. It was a really scratched, and I got the scratches there. This has got a few scratches on it, this one, but the headlight itself is okay, but that one's quite misty compared to it, so I'll do that, and I'll do both DRLs as well, and then touch up the bits of paintwork. There's a bit on the bumper there, there's a few bits around that wing, and then that will be pretty much it. But they will be on separate video, so I will call it a day here for now. The car is so dirty, I really want to clean it, but I want to get the door on first, and as I say, that won't be till tomorrow. So that, my friends, is it for today on Project Holly. We'll be back on this one, another video on this, might be the last video. There might be another one after the MOT and so on. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that it passes its MOT. Don't forget, it's all had new brakes as well on the front, so that's one less thing for it to fail on. So yeah, hopefully it'll all be good. Don't think it needs a service. I've got the service history. Don't think it needs one, but we'll double check that. But yeah, so thanks for watching as always. If you are a casual viewer, hit that subscribe button up there, subscribe to the channel, and please give us a thumbs up. It really does help. Until the next one, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.